Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about a recent term that has made a news headline, especially after the release of movie by Shah Rukh Khan that is called as Donkey. So what is the Donkey route? And basically Donkey route refers to the road to American dreams when illegal migrants from India or any other part of the world try to reach the US coast through illegal methods. So we are going to discuss in details about the entire route, especially with reference to the Indian illegal migrants. Now, so obviously if we talk about the context or background of this particular issue, the Donkey, that is the upcoming Shah Rukh Khan movie, is based on illegal migrants. And at a recent event in Dubai, the actor has explained about the region behind the movie's titles or the name of the movie's title. So basically in simple terms, we can explain Donkey as an illegal trip which a lot of people take to get out of their own country across borders all over the world. Basically, if we talk about this kind of migration is largely seen from the developing countries, least developed countries to the developed world such as the US, UK, European Union and even to some extent in Australia and New Zealand. So such kind of travel is what is referred as donkey travels. So if we talk about the donkey routes from India, basically if we talk about the region of India from where most of the people try to migrate illegally to the US, UK and European Union, it is the Punjab region, and thus it is basically because of this fact that Punjabi social media is full of videos from the people who are trapped in the jungles of Panama. Now Panama, if you do not know, it is a small country that is situated in the Central America between that straddles across what we can call as North America and the South America. Recorded by Punjabis from both India and Pakistan, these videos make a simple appeal that never take this route. Better it is to find work in your home country instead, because there are a lot of threats, a lot of dangers, a lot of difficulties that these migrants had to face while crossing through the jungles of Panama. Despite all these appeals, despite all these videos, what we see that such appeals in even the more horrific videos of the migrants being tortured or dying on the way have little impact on the potential migrants, as people we see continue to risk their life for the American dream or to achieve the American dream. So earlier popular in Punjab and Haryana, largely from India, largely in the India, now it is seen the donkey route is also gaining popularity in the Gujarat region. And obviously this is very much explainable also, because if you talk about the overseas citizens of India or the Indian origin people who are residing outside of India, most of these people belong to the states of Punjab, Haryana and to the Gujarat. So a lot of NRIs from these states, so everyone has certain sort of linkages or a connection with the people who are residing outside of India, and that is why for them it is very it becomes like what we can say easier to connect with those people and then try to take the illegal route to reach these countries. So let us try to understand that how the general donkey route looks like if we talk about from India to USA. So first step in the most popular route from India is to reach a Latin American countries. Now Latin American countries are, as you can see on the map here, are the countries that belong to the continent of South America, and basically countries such as Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Brazil, Bolivia, these are considered as a Latin American country. And it is easier for an Indian citizen to reach these countries, obviously because many countries in this region such as Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana have visa on arrival facilities for Indian citizens. And thus, apart from that, even some countries, the largest country of the South America or Latin America, that is Brazil and also Venezuela, these countries also give easily tourist visa to the Indians, and this is something that is taken what we can say advantage of by the illegal migrants. So migrants would also depend on which country his agent has links in, because a migrant generally, if we talk about, they do not go by themselves, they do not arrange everything by themselves, rather they pay a huge chunk of money, huge sum of money to some agents. Agents had connection in different countries, and based on which agent has connection to which of the countries, they basically connection is based on the human trafficking network, and thus that is how the migrants are moving to that region. So reaching Latin American countries thus is not tough because of the visa on arrival facilities as well as easy visa process, especially tourist visa process. However, it can take months. So time is something that is very important here. Now, once they reach any of the Latin American countries, the most common route that is taken is, the once their client land in Latin American country, then they are taken to the Colombia, because if you look at the map of South America, you can see Colombia is a country that is situated on the northernmost region of the South America, and then from there Central America, and then you can cross to the Mexico and further to the United States of America. So as we can see on the map here, from Colombia, the migrants then enter into a small country, that is Panama. Panama geographically is also classified as an isthmus. Now, isthmus is a small strip of land that connects two larger land masses. So, in this case, if you look at the Panama, it is a small isthmus that connects South America, which is a large continental landmass, to the south, and North America to the north. So, then from Colombia, the migrants, as you can see, enter to Panama. This movement from Colombia to Panama happens via a gap that is referred as Darien Gap, that you can see on the map here. And this Darien Gap is a region which is very dangerous region, because here you have very dense forest. If you understand, this region is very close to the equator. So the equatorial rainforests are very well developed here. Between equator and tropics, we can say. So both equatorial rainforest as well as tropical rainforest are well developed here. So a dangerous forest that lies between the two countries, and it is to these dense forest the migrant has to undertake their journey. And obviously in this region there is a very lot of risks are there. For example, there is a lack of clean water, there is threat from the wild animals of this forest, as well as a lot of criminal gangs, drug trafficking networks are there that is operating in this region. So these also presents an extra danger, extra threat apart from the immigration authorities to the illegal migrants. Thus migrant can face robbery, rape in these regions, crimes committed here obviously, because it is dense forest, and also most of countries that are situated in the Central to South America, they do not have very strict, what we can say as the law and order situation. They do not have, they have a lot of crimes, crime rates are very higher. So due to this region, many crimes even go unreported and unpunished. And if everything goes well, the journey takes around 8 to 10 days through this Darien Gap of the forest. However, if suppose some migrant dies due to natural and unnatural reasons, there is no way to send the body home for even the last rite. So that is the kind of challenge that an illegal migrant has to go through. So again, if we try to summarize, here we have India, as we can see from the Punjab region. Generally, the Istanbul, that is capital of Turkey, is considered as a transit point. Then from Istanbul, then the migrant takes the journey to the Central American countries. So in this case, Guatemala, another country which lies on the popular route of the illegal migration. And if we talk about the sum of money which an illegal migrant has to pay, it is also very humongous in nature. For example, for Guatemala, it only takes about 6 to 12 lakh. While if we talk about the illegal migration to US, it takes about 25 to 30 lakh rupees. So various kind of jobs illegal migrants then used to take up in the United States once they are able to reach there successfully, such as car washing, window cleaning, salesperson in shops, working at farms, petrol pumps, as well as plumbers. Now, apart from this dangerous route of Darien Gap, one other route that has become quite popular among the illegal migrants of India is what is called as the route via a small island. As you can see from the map here, this island is called as San Andres Island. So, while passing from Colombia to North America, generally the migrants are sent to San Andres Island, and from San Andres Island, because if they are passing through this route, they will not have to go through the dense Darien forest of the Panama, which causes a lot of challenges. But it is also not very safer routes, because from San Andres, migrants take boats to Nicaragua. Nicaragua, as you can see from the map here, is again a country in the Central America. And fishing boats with illegal migrants then go to Fisherman Cay, which lies around 150 kilometers from the San Andres. From there, the migrants are transferred onto another boat to move forward to Mexico. Now again, if I remind you, this is a tropical region, and there are a lot of storms that keep brewing in this region. There are hurricanes are there that keep brewing in this region. So due to this also, this route is not very safe route. There are a lot of environmental and weather related challenges that a migrant has to face through, and also at the same time they have to hide from the patrol boats of the coast guards of the countries that are situated in this region. Now once they reach in the Central American countries, from the Central American countries such as Nicaragua, Honduras, they are able to cross the border to Mexico. And as we know, Mexico has a border with the United States of America. This border length is almost 3,140 kilometers. Most of this border has fencing, and many times the migrants try to jump across this border. On the other hand, many times Since they do not want to be caught by the border guards, many migrants choose to cross the dangerous river that straddles across the border of US and Mexico. The river is called as Rio Grande River. One of the image from the Rio Grande River and the migrants trying to cross this river is something that you can see on the given image. However, the US authorities do not pose much of a challenge while crossing the border, because obviously the manning of such a huge border becomes itself a challenge, and many times US authorities depend on or basically let the migrants come to their soil, where they are then immediately detained and arrested. It is after crossing over the migrants are detained and then kept in the camps. Now once if they are detained, then the fate of migrants depends on whether US authorities find them fit for asylum or whether they will be deported back to the native country. In the case of India, most of the time what we see that people who are detained by the border guards, they are immediately deported back to the India, since they are not some sort of political refugee seeker or political asylum seeker. They are simply there for the better job prospects and all that, which does not constitute a valid ground for granting them temporary or permanent refugee. So many times you see that hundreds and hundreds of people who are trying to cross the border illegally from Mexico to US, who are Indian citizens, Pakistani citizens, Bangladeshi citizens, they are immediately deported back to their native country. In recent times, again, a new safer route has been gaining popularity among the illegal migrants. That route passes via the European Union. So in this route, what happens generally, basically the country from India, the journey is taken to Dubai. From Dubai, then the journey is taken to Russia, where the capital is Moscow. And many times now, due to war, this route is again kind of becoming less popular. But before the Russia-Ukraine war, from Moscow, simply the entire European Union is well connected by land. So the illegal migrants used to cross border via Moscow to Minsk, that is in Belarus. From Minsk, they used to go to Poland, and from Poland, they go to Germany. From Germany, then they used to take a flight to Mexico, and again from Mexico to United States of America. However, many experts also believe that the day Europe-Mexico route comes under surveillance, comes under the lens, people will fall back on the traditional route that we have discussed earlier. Now, obviously, as we have discussed, the donkey route or donkey migration, illegal migration is very, very dangerous as well as expensive. For example, an average donkey trip may cost somewhere between 15 lakh to 40 lakh rupees, and in some cases, the price can be as exorbitant as 70 lakh rupees. And some agents promise a less troublesome journey in return for more money, which can go as high as rupees 1 crore. So agents in India have connections with traffickers all the way to US, passing through different Central American countries such as Honduras, Guatemala, Nicaragua, as well as the Mexico. And if for some reason Indian agents fail to make the payment, then it can mean a matter of life and death for the migrant. The reason is very simple. Because once the illegal migrant reaches these countries in Central America, they do not have any contact to their home. They are dependent upon the local network of the criminals, human trafficking networks. And that is why families often pay in installments. And many times these installments are then not transferred punctually to the agents, by the agents of in the India, to the agents in Central America. And thus, if they fail to make the payment, many times the criminal gang simply shoot the illegal migrant. So one of the statement that has been given by one of the illegal migrants to US is that if my parents had failed in making the payment, traffickers in Mexico would have shot me dead. A truck driver in the US waiting for his asylum file to be cleared said. So that is how we can understand how dangerous as well as expensive this journey is, this donkey route of the illegal migration. That is all about this particular video. I hope you understood about the origin of term donkey, which is being popularly used by the movie that has been made by the Shah Rukh Khan. That is all for this video. Thank you very much.